So good afternoon, everybody, and I'm happy to congratulate you for participation on this beautiful webinar with our dear guest, Sangita Mukund-Bhole. And
Namaste.
yes, namaste. First of all, I would like to greet you on behalf of the Office of the Ministry of Ayush in Zagreb and ICCR and Indian Embassy in Zagreb, through which we are organizing these webinars. And just a few words about our dear guest, Sangita. Sangita Mukund-Bhole, she's a daughter of the late Dr.M.V.Bhole, and she is really very fortunate that she could learn from him directly ancient science of yoga, and she got opportunity to learn from her father when she was traveling with him to several occasions to some countries in the workshops in India and in some foreign countries. And she worked also for a hospital as a team member for Government of India projects on backage through yoga for 3 years. And she remained associated with Don Bosco Orphan Shelter. And this is their family, very great humanitarian activity. They had many years. I remember with Dr. Bhole, when we were there in Lonavala, he used to bring us to that orphan shelter, girls which are living there, and they are supporting them financially and in all ways for their education. And she worked for various camps of holistic approach for workers, team, and management officers. Basically, she did short yoga courses in Kaivalya Dham and Syasa, Bangalore. And academically, she did master degree in commerce. And I would like just to say that Dr. M.V.Bhole is really the greatest master of yoga in India. He did the most of the scientific research on the yoga, which are published and used for promotion of yoga in India. And he was the member of the committee of the Ministry of Ayush for the accreditation of the yoga education, and he had many roles. And I would like now to invite our dear Ambassador of India in Croatia, His Excellency Raj Kumar Srivastava. He is with us here to address our Sangita Mukund-Bhole for her presentation.
Thank you. Thank you, Yogacharya Miklit, for organizing this virtual seminar, virtual session with Dr. Sangita Bhole. Welcome to you, Ms. Bhole, for this program. Namaskar.
Namaste. Namaste.
As you know, I don't know whether you have been to Croatia before.
Unfortunately not.
Right. So today your interaction is virtual, and we hope that you will get a chance to physically come here. It's
Yes.
a wonderful place where there is a lot of awareness about yoga and Indian traditional systems, including Ayurveda. And Dr. Yogacharya Miklets have been doing this spread of the knowledge for last 4 decades about yoga in Croatia and also in the region. So in that sense, I think it's a very good opportunity for all of us to connect with more and more experts like you, understanding the different aspects of yoga, how yoga is actually a holistic thought process, and it's not just one particular element. It's as yoga unites everything. It's important to understand how yoga is visible in every aspect of life, in terms of the way we live our life, in terms of how we understand this universe. That is actually the playing field for us human beings. So, in that sense, different aspect, different experiences sharing is the whole objective of such sessions. And you coming from a family, so as we know that we carry not only the memory of the body and mind, but we carry the lot of cell memory along with us. And coming from a family which has so much of background, that means you bring not only the knowledge of your own uh, uh, but also you are bringing the whole generation's knowledge with you to this platform. Thank you very much for joining us, and we look forward to hear you and get more knowledge about yoga and its effect on human life. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you very much for a beautiful introduction to Sangita Mukund-Bhole. And now I would like to ask Sangita to start her presentation on Anubhava Yoga, which is unique because it is the yoga of direct experience. So
Yes.
please, Sangita. Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much, Adranko. In advance, I want to thank you, Mr. Srivastavji, for inviting me and introducing me to the group. So let's start with our topic. As I said, yoga, basically name itself, everybody knows. The yoga means joining, yoking, or coming together, bringing together. We can just ask ourselves a common question. What is joining with what? Or what is joining to whom? Who is coming together? Or what is that thing which is bringing you together? So if you see generally in our day-to-day life, every time we are joining with something, I want to give very simple and practical example. When we get up from our bed, we have some thoughts in our mind. But besides that thoughts, our body demands something else. Say, for example, somebody needs to go to release their bladder tension or toilet, or someone is in a hurry, so you can go to the office. So you become ready to go to your office. Before that, you say you have few things to complete at home. Or some people, they just directly go to their computer and they try to look if there are any mails, or if they have to answer some mails, or some people, they work with their mobile, and so on. Then after that, you have your breakfast or whatever it is, you walk up to the, say, railway station, bus station, or you drive your own vehicle. So I just want to say that each and every minute we are connecting with something. So this connection is very important for a personal being. I will not say a human being or any animal or a nature, whatever it is, but a personal connection is very important in this regard. So as I said, what is connecting to what, or who is bringing together to what? In connection with us, say a human being, I will say our sensory organs, because we see, we listen, we get some knowledge. And accordingly, we try to act. So our motor organs, they play their role. And now before going further, I want to say that in yoga, there are basically 4 glimpses or 4 branches. As you all know, it is Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Raj Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga. So, and then after that, the other yoga, say Ashtanga Yoga, Sankhya Yoga, Hatha Yoga, Kriya Yoga, Dhyan Yoga. So all these yoga, they are coming only after that. But I want to tell you one important thing in our Indian language, we still have few terms which got this word as a yoga. So in that connection, there is a suyog, means a good time. Kuyog, it is a bad time. Mangala yog, a very precious moment. Then we say a yoga yog. Yoga yog is coincidence. And viyog, viyog is detachment. But these are very common words in Indian language, but very important for our day-to-day life. So let's come back to our this 4 glimpse of our yoga, which I said, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Raj Yoga. So when we start our life, our day-to-day life, as I said, time to time we are getting connected to the things. Sometimes you get good experience, sometimes you get bad experience. And so accordingly, this is knowledge. Experience is, this is knowledge. And because of this good and bad knowledge, this knowledge, it gives an impact on your mind. Good impact and bad impact. So again, depending on this impact or this knowledge, then you feel that is it possible, or should I go further with this particular action, or should I stop there, or should I go to some other thing to do? Accordingly, this knowledge, you change your decision. So here your mind is playing a role, very important role, to take a decision. And when the mind, it want to take the decision, it need to think a couple of times before you take the decision. And so when the decision making, it takes place, when the decision is finalized, then again you come back to the action. So again, action means your motor organs, they start working. So now let me take you a next point, because this was my first point, that our 4 glimpses of the yoga and how they are related with our life. Now the next point, while working with our sensory organs or motor organs, what you think, did it takes automatically the action happens? Automatically the mind works with you? Because mind we don't see. But of course we can see our hands, our legs, our face, our body is visible, but our mind is not visible. So what you think? Can you make some definition for that? That how this motor organs or mind is working with your body? What is that mediator? As I said, what is joining? What is joining with what? So what is that mediator which is helping you to do all these things? So the one thing is you or me as an individual, and then the rest of the world, the whole world or the surroundings of me. So we can say these are the 2 different worlds. One is your own world, a human individual world, and second is the universal world. But again, I will say how these 2 worlds, they come together, the individual world and the universal world. Again, there is a mediator. And here there are again the two Indian name terms. They are coming with the word yoga. One is inner yoga and another is outer yoga. Antaranga yoga, Bahiranga yoga. Antaranga yoga is a inner world. Bahiranga yoga is a outer yoga, our outer world. Now, what is this individual self being? Is it just this body structure? Is it this just muscles what we have? Or what you think, what it is? So if you try to think on it, because the hands, legs, the muscular structure, it is also there in a dead body. So what is the difference in a dead body and a alive body? Naturally, the answer comes, that is a breathing. So breathing is our vital function and very, very, very important energy, which is working all the 24 hours with us inside our body. Now, this is one energy, an individual energy. And automatically the another concept will come, a universal energy. So these two energies, when they work together, the things happens. Do you agree with this? Because only individual energy, it has no sense. Only in universal energy, it has no sense. So now, I just want you all to experience for a moment that what you experience as this energy level inside your body, or what you experience a breathing inside your body. So I just want to give you 1 minute or say 2 minutes, and then later on again we are coming to the our interactions or question and answers. So that time we will discuss what you have exactly experienced as a breathing. So I want you to just keep your one hand on your chest and your another hand on your abdomen. If possible, close your eyes. So these hands, they are already experiencing some movements from inside your body. And these movements, they are related to breathing. Then I want you to keep your both hands on the side of your chest. Again, please keep your close your eyes. So I'm sure you are experiencing the movements, and these movements are related to breathing. Then I want you to put your hands on the side of the abdomen, these sides. Keep your eyes closed. So some of you may feel these moments. Some of you may not feel the moment. So it is okay. Then one hand on the navel region, umbilicus, and this surface you put on your same place but in the back. Again, keep your eyes closed. So again, there may be the movements are there or movements are not there. So it is okay in both cases, whatever the answer you have. Now I want you to remove your hands and again sit quiet for a while. So wherever we kept our hands, this, now I want you to work without your hands. So again, take a minute to feel all these areas again. Okay. So I hope you have some answer with you, whatever is there. So we try to work with our own breathing. And this breathing, it works all over the body. It is just not this middle body. It is just not this torso, but it also works with our hands, legs, our head, everywhere. So in the same way, the universal energy, it is working everywhere. And that's why we can feel these Pancha Mahabhutas, what we called as the water, the fire, the space, the earth, the air. So this is a joining yoga of universal energy and the self energy. But sometimes there is a disturbance. It can be a disturbance in your individual energy, or it can be a disturbance in the natural universal energy. And we all know when the disturbance is there, then it is not a good thing for us. So let's talk about first the individual energy. When individual energy is in a good mood, a happy mood, it gives you a different impression. It gives you a different experience. But when it is in a bad mood, it gives a totally opposite expression to you, opposite experience to you. So these things, they are again taking us to the Jnana Yoga, or say a Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is a devotion. So if you are in a happy mood, you try to devote yourself for some good things, or because of good things, the happiness comes to you, or because of the bad things, the sadness comes to you. So the devotion is in a two-way. Happiness or the karma also, they are in a two ways. Of course, we always try to do a good things always, but sometimes unknowingly, because our aim is never to be hurt anyone, but sometimes unknowingly it happens. So that makes you feel guilty. Oh, that because of me it happened like that. So the karma is also, they have both sides. The jnana also have two sides. The devotion also has the two sides. Now it comes to the Raj Yoga. So when the action, knowledge, and devotion, they give you good or bad experience, you want to choose something that can make you a balanced. Say, you don't want to be a very happy, you don't want to be a very sad, so you want to remain in a balanced state. And here, the Dhyana Yoga or the Ashtanga Yoga, you can, it helps you. For Ashtanga Yoga, we know the eight steps of the Ashtanga Yoga. But I don't want to go much into that detail. I want you to come back to our these four glimpses. So when I said this mood is good or bad, some people they want to share, some people they don't share. Some people they like to empty their mind, but some people they just want to forget everything. They don't want to keep anything in their mind. So here again, yoga will help us that how you can remain in a balanced state. Now, I just want to again give a very small practice in this regard. Now, just now we try to experience our breathing, but now I don't want you to experience your breathing. I just want you to sit quiet for a minute again. And I want you to observe which part of the body or mind is trying to work with you. So let's try to do this practice. Close your eyes again. You can be relaxed as much as you can. And as I said, observe yourself. Okay? So I hope you could work for this 1 minute. I didn't mention that whether you observe your body or you observe your breathing or you observe your thoughts, whatever. So when we will come to question and answers, so that time we can discuss on this also. Now, I want you to go for the next point. So my second point was our individual energy and universal energy. Now, in connection with this energy, let's go to the third point. Sometimes we feel some body pain or say a headache, or sometimes you all of a sudden you feel that I want to go for a long walk or for a running, for gym, for swimming, whatever it is. So these are two different things. If you have a pain, you don't want to do anything. But when the thought is coming to you that you want to go to the running or swimming or gym or anything, or say you have some hobby. When I say the hobby, you can say the singing or the drawing or the dance, whatever it is. But I want you to again consider, while doing all these things, whether it is a swimming, running, dancing, or painting, or whatever, our body, mind working with that. But do you think your breathing is also working with that? So it is your body, it is your breathing, or it is your mind? Or they all three work together? What do you think? So here, the main aspect, or say a Sankhya Darshan, where they say there is this Purush, Prakriti, and the Pancha Mahabhutas, Pancha Jnanendriyas, Tanmatras, Karmendriyas, they all come. That's why I asked you whether your body is working, whether your breathing is working, or whether your mind is working. All these three are working together. And not only all these things, but every time, say, if we are working in the office, if we are working in the kitchen, if you are working in the garden, while driving the car, or while doing some your project, or say the children, whoever, all human beings, all who are the living beings, they all have these things together to work. But who is the main holder behind this? So do you think it is a creator? Or you think it is our pranic energy? Who is working for this? Because again, the question comes the same. In dead body, all the things are there, but breathing is not there. So it cannot run, it cannot go to swim, it cannot go to school, it cannot cook. We have this aspect of Atman. Atman is a self, me. I am doing this, I am doing that, I am going there. I am bringing this. So this me is Atman. And this Atman, me, is there because of my pranic energy. And that's why time to time in yoga, they ask you to remain connected with your breathing. Because if you go to gym, you are moving your hands and legs, you do this, some like this, or whatever you do in the gym, you are working with your hands, legs, your body, but you don't consider about the breathing. In swimming again, we work with the hands and legs. No doubt there we work with the breathing, but it is not that prolonged way, the way we work in the yoga. So what is the difference you think in yoga and in exercise? Because sometimes while doing the exercise, you may get some spasm, some pain, or the muscles, they go rigid. But in yoga, it is exactly opposite. In yoga, we try to release the tension from the muscles. We try to strengthen the muscles. Because no doubt our body is flexible at up to some age. In some people, they are flexible till their old age also. But sometimes the flexibility, it don't work with you. So in that case, yoga helps you to work with your flexibility, to work with your muscular activities, to work with your mental level, and still going beyond that, it helps us to maintain this balance in ourselves. I just said that at one point, we want to make ourselves in a balanced state. We don't want to be a very happy and we don't want to be very sad. And that is why the yoga helps us to remain aware every time, each and every minute of our life, to make us realize that, oh yes, I'm doing this, but I can take the risk. I have my confidence and I can do that. So that is why we require to practice yoga in our daily life. And now I want to come again to a little practice. When I said I want to make myself balanced, so how I can be a balanced? Say on physical level, as I said, we can practice asanas, few postures, and we bring that flexibility or the stabilize ourselves. But when the mind is disturbed, we have our mantra yoga. And from that mantra yoga, we can still go further to dhyan yoga. So when we say the mantra yoga, there are many mantras, so many mantras. But we are not expertise in all that. I myself, I am not expertise in that. But we have these some simple mantras like Om Namah Shivaya or Gayatri mantra or Trambak mantra or Pranav mantra or any other mantra you might be knowing already. But let us see what is mantra. Mantra, basically it starts with some sound, because in mantra there are some words, and words, they start with some sound. So why not to experience some sound within us? Do you think it is possible? Do you think we have some sound inside our body? So let's see if we can listen to some sound. I'm not talking about any external sound. The sound which is in a silence. So let's try. Again, I will say a 1 minute or something. Keep yourself as relaxed as you can. Again, close your eyes. As I said, I want you to find out, is there any sound from inside? You can continue with your closed eyes. So generally when I said the sound from inside, you may think how it is possible. But then in yoga, they said this so hum, these two words, or this, actually there are two different words. One is so and the second one is hum. And this word so hum is related with our breathing. And I know it is not that simple to experience this sound so hum. But if you are practicing the pranayam, in pranayam, any kind of pranayam, or say a simple deep breathing, you can experience this word so hum. Generally, they say when you inhale, the sound is so, and when you exhale, the sound is hum. And that is how it is related with our breathing. But now, before we go to that, I just want you to work with this humming sound. We are not doing anything with your natural breathing. You just inhale normally, and while exhaling, you just produce that sound very lightly. No need of doing any loudly practice. The sound will be like this. I want you to work with this practice at least 5 to 6 times. And I want you to observe this sound or the vibration of sound, where it had guided you, where it took you. So let's try to do 5 to 6 times. Keep your eyes closed. Okay. So this was not exactly a pranayama, but I will say it was just a sound. And I wanted to make you feel that a simple sound can bring you to one pointedness. Say the sound or the vibration or whatever it is. But with the help of that, you can reach at one point. And this is not only your mental state, this is not balancing your mental state, but it also helps on a physical level, because these vibrations, generally we feel with that small sound how much that vibration can spread in this such a big body. But it really works, and that's why we say that working with Om is the strongest or the powerful practice in all other mantras or pranayam or whatever it is. So this is how I just try to work with karma yoga, the action. As I said, right from the morning, how we start our daily life or our day, action. Then jnana yoga, the knowledge. Because of some actions, we get good knowledge and bad knowledge. Then the devotion. Devotion means I took it in a sense that devotion towards the good thing or the bad thing. So it helps us to fix our mind, to take our decision. That is how I look at this devotion, the Bhakti Yoga. And then lastly, the Raj Yoga, that somewhere we need to balance ourselves. Some people, like in generally, when people they get retired, they say that, oh yes, now I am retired. Now I have my retired life. But I'm not saying this is a retirement life, but this, we need to balance ourselves in day-to-day our life. Because every time someone is our boss, or we are a boss to someone, or say if you are a housewife, then you have to look at the children, you have to look at the parents, you have to look at the other things. So every time someone is bossing you. In the same way, our mind also wants to do a bossing on us. And that is why this Raja Yoga, the balanced state of mind, is important for us. So this was my way to express these 4 glimpses of yoga in a simple way in our considering our daily life. But of course, when we go more into yogic literatures, it gives us a different references, some Sanskrit terms to make us understand. So that is a different study. But today it was just a very short time, and that's why I feel to take it in this way. I hope you all could understand and follow what I wanted to tell you. So now I just want maybe another some time is there, and we can do our some discussion or any questions are there. Yadranko, what you feel?
Yes, thank you very much, Sangita ji. You gave beautiful presentation of the basics of yoga, and this is somehow what is missing, that approach to question about our life and to question what we feel, what we experience, how we experience, who is experiencing. And
Yes.
this is somehow then giving us knowledge. And this I experienced with your father. He used to teach by questioning. So whenever he put me some question, then new chapter of knowledge opened in my mind. So, and this
Yes.
is the quality of a great masters. They were always teaching through questioning. Actually, if you put them the question, then they give you the contra question. If you try to answer that contra question, then you find the answer for your question which you put at the first instance.
Exactly.
So that's this is the teaching, that you find answers in yourself, and then it becomes your experience. So it's a direct experience. You have direct experience of understanding and the knowledge. So now we can have some questions for this presentation. Please,
Yes.
everybody, if you want to ask some question, you will get contra question. So feel free to ask anything, whatever you feel you want to clarify in
Yes,
regards
because
to yoga.
if they don't have questions, then I will ask them about my questions which I asked them during these 3 practices. Because my first practice which I gave you to put the hands, so could they experience something?
Yes.
Then
So
secondly, yeah.
is the question. So can someone answer what you experienced when you were holding the hands in different parts of the body in relation to the breathing movement? You can just say whatever you experienced. It's very simple to answer. So.
Yes, because breathing is our is 24 hours vital activity, and so we should able to realize and of course experience something. And still I will say, if no experience, then they can give that answer also, that no experience.
Maybe I can say that I felt the expansion and retraction of my body, and I felt the inner space more clearly. I felt the space inside me that opens and closes during inhalation, exhalation. So it's a very good example how, with the help of the hands and attention, you can feel what is inside. It was my feeling.
Yes, great.
Yes, because see, when we practice some postures or some asana, there are also some position, no? Like if I do like this, if this is my posture or whatever it is asana, so automatically I should feel something on the straight side and something on the other side. And I asked you to do the same thing. I just asked you to put the hands like this or like this. So we can consider this as a posture or as an asana. But if they have not experienced anything, or okay, I got one answer, so I'm thank you for that. Next time, whenever you are practicing some postures, you can always work like this. If you are doing a Pavan Muktasan, where your breathing is taking place, if you are doing Purna Halasan, where your breathing is taking place, and you can point out that, okay, these are the areas where I worked more and where I was blocked with my breathing movements. So this is the simple way.
Yes, beautiful. And this is what you said, that connection of individual and universal prana happens at that place, the prana sparsha, the place of touch, where awareness is touching that part of the body, whether through the instrument of the hands or through the instrument of stretching that part of the body. But the touch happens, and when the individual and cosmic prana comes together, then the knowledge is there, experiencing the quality of the work of that energy in that region, and how it is manifested through the breathing movement. And then you can work with that breathing movement to be liberated and release the tensions.
Correct. Exactly. Then second practice I gave, and I asked just to sit quietly for some time, and then whether you are working with your body or your mind. So because that time I didn't give any instructions whether to feel your the outer structure of your body, or on what you are sitting, or who is there around you, or what is going in your mind. I didn't ask anything that time. But if anyone want to share what they experienced that time, so was it the only body and breathing was there, or was it some thoughts were coming to you, or maybe you were thinking that, okay, now it is coming 5:30, now it is almost 5:45 and I should go somewhere. So it was just a simple practice that how you can make yourself still, quiet, at least for 5 minutes, without any disturbance of your thoughts and without any disturbance of your surroundings. It was my that just a trial to make you feel.
Yes, one lady said she felt relaxation.
Yes, relaxation, correct. So that is what is very important, that when if you spend even 5 minutes without any thoughts, that is the greatest achievement, because generally our mind don't allow us to sit like that. And then lastly, I asked you to experience particularly the breathing moments to make you feel that word soham. So was it possible for some of you to know that sound, whether it is soham or some sound, because maybe that word is new to you, but at least you could feel that sound of your breathing, your own breathing from inside of your body.
Yes, did someone have the experience of that sound, natural sound, which is not created by you in a sense? It is created by the passage of the air through the channels.
Okay, and then lastly,
Yes.
body answer.
There was some deep
Release some
relaxation
tension.
and some tension, release of some tension.
Okay. And then lastly, we just practice this sound. You can, I will not say it was a Brahmari pranayam, but it was a simple vibrating sound. And I wanted you to experience that how it works all over the body. If you are sitting with cross-leg position, even your sole of the feet, they can experience those vibrations. Some of you may not get now, but if you try to go more into deeper with your any pattern of your meditation, you can work with that. Even if you are in a sleeping, it really helps you and you can experience that vibrations and sound very easily. So any other questions if they have?
Yes, you did. You gave. One lady said it was like inner massage, which relax the whole body.
Relax the whole body. Yes.
That's what you did. Such a beautiful practice in a soft, gentle way. That kind of sound, Brahmari. Usually, people they try to produce the sound, but here you can feel with the instruction you gave, you can feel the origin of that sound, where it is originated and from where it is spreading through the whole body, and it's more knowledge. It's more deeper knowledge about the nature of the sound if you make it in a gentle way, not forcing anything.
Exactly, because then some people, they make so loud because we don't want to make others listen. Actually, we should able to listen our own sound. That is the main intention behind that.
Yes, great. And also regarding the practice of sitting quiet 5 minutes, actually you gave beautiful instruction that they don't need to do anything from their side. So if whatever comes, if even the thoughts comes, it's not your thoughts that you are thinking, because usually we are thinking, we are having these thoughts and we are involved with the thinking process. But here, if you decide just to sit and don't do anything, and then if the thoughts come, it's not your business. You can remain in the silence, and then you can observe the thoughts coming and going like the clouds on the sky. And so you will not be disturbed by the thoughts or anything.
Yes.
So you have any other someone question, or we will then slowly yes, so thank you very much, Sangita ji, for your beautiful session. It was a beautiful introduction to the yoga and the four main aspects of the yoga, which are actually present in our everyday life. And as the karma yoga, we are always karma yogi when we are doing any action. So this is that part of our life where we are active, where we do some action. We are karma yogi. Then we have knowledge about that action, what we are doing, and whether that action is good or bad. The jnana yogi, the knowledge is there. We are aware of our actions. And then more we are aware of our actions, then we are better jnana yogi. If we are more aware what we do and the best way we can do anything in our life, we are better karma yogi. And the bhakti yogi, that we enjoy the fruits of our action in a proper way, that it gives us good feeling and being balanced raja yogi, to be balanced in the good and in the bad, to be beyond good and bad. And this is that to reach the state of samadhi, to realize our true self. So these are most important things for the life in a very simple way. And thank you for that approach which you gave us. Not a kind of big philosophical speaking from the books or anything, but from a life experience.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. This is what I learned from my father, and because this requires everyone, no, everyone's life is like that, so it is important.
Yes, yes.
We should learn from our own life.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, you really go to the essence of the teaching of your father, and we wish you all the best to promote that teaching to everybody.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and Nana wanted to say something.
Yes, someone asked that question, from where exactly the sound is coming. So I think whoever asked that question, he or she should work with yourself again, and then you can answer to Yadrankoji, and then he will tell me whether it was a right or wrong answer. So please work with yourself for a little more time. You will, I'm sure you will get the answer.
Thank you. Thank you very
Yes.
much, Sangita ji, and everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you for participating on this beautiful webinar, and we hope some other time we'll meet again. Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Thank you, Yadranko. And once again, I want to thank you, Srivastavji, for joining this.
Yes, yes, His Excellency did beautiful introduction for your speech.
Yes. Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
And
bye.
have a nice day to everyone.